Hi guys! I didn't really understand until like a year after I had my first kiss, and that is about using your tongue. What do you do? Why do people do that? How do you deploy this? Okay guys, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Uqora for sponsoring this video. It's a really cool company and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So, in case you don't know already, UTIs are super common. Urinary tract infections, okay? They're super annoying, super painful, and they happen all the time. I have some friends who get them like all the time, and I've gotten them a couple times in my life. I think most people get them at least once in their life. And so that's why I was excited to share this product with you, because I've never heard of anything like this, and I think it's a really, really cool thing that a lot of people probably need. So let's just talk about it. Basically, Uqora is a company that specializes in UTI relief and also proactive urinary tract health. So first of all, they have something really cool they created, which is basically a UTI emergency kit, which comes with a test kit to see if you have a UTI, something to slow down and combat the infection until you get to go see a doctor, and something to help with the pain. So that's super awesome. So what I have in my hands right here is basically the proactive approach to it. You would get this basically if you think you're prone to UTIs, or basically if you just want to avoid them. So this is the drink that you have every single day, and this is called Target. So this is meant to flush the urinary tract. This one is called Promote, and it's a supplement that you take, and this is meant to cleanse your vaginal microbiome, and then this cleanses the biofilm. So if you guys are interested and you want to learn more about Uqora, just go to this link right here, uqora.com. You can read about it, you can get it for yourself, you can get free shipping, you can subscribe and save up to 35% on your order, and if you don't like it, they'll give you a full refund, money back, no questions asked. So I think that's really cool. So yeah guys, thank you so much to Uqora for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the video. I'm filming my favorite kind of video today. Literally, there's no greater joy that I have than sitting here and talking about these kinds of things with you guys. I love vlogging, okay? But it is really nice to take a break from filming my life and then just talk about something that maybe other people don't go into as detail about as me. That didn't make sense. Talking about something that maybe people don't talk about as in depth as I want to. I like to think I'm an open book. I'll pretty much talk about anything. So here I am. Today, I'm talking about the big moment, the thing that everyone looks forward to or is terrified of at some point in their life, and that is your first kiss. Guys, I don't know why I've never done a video about this, and I also don't know why I'm so pumped about this. I guess I just have a really good time talking about it. Follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with me, and I just asked like, what do you guys want to know? You know, what are all the possible questions you could possibly have? And you guys have a lot, so we're gonna dive right into it. All right, let's just start off with a nice preface question. At what age is it normal to have your first kiss? And some people also said like, I'm older than most people think I should be, and I haven't had my first kiss. Is that normal? Is that okay? This is the same thing as your first time, okay? I made a whole video about that if you guys wanna go watch that, but it's just up to you. It is totally your personal business. If you want to make it the biggest deal in the world, if you want to save it for marriage. My sister literally saved her first kiss for marriage, and that was exactly what she wanted to do, and that's super cool. Or if you just want to get it out of the way because you don't really see much value in it, that's cool too. We definitely have this idea played to us in movies and taught to us through our friends and everything that like you should do certain things at certain ages, but it's not true. It's all made up. If you are not on the same timeline as somebody else, that doesn't make you weird or anything like that. It just makes you on a different path. So don't feel weird about yourself. Any age is fine. Literally any age. I know people who like had their first kiss in elementary school, and I also know people like my sister. Neither one is better than the other. They're all acceptable. So just do whatever you feel is right.
Preach yourself.
Okay? How do you know when it's time to have your first kiss? That is also a good question. I think that people need to not overthink it. Like, unless you want to make it, you know, a big thing and you want to save it for a certain age or a certain boyfriend or whatever, like if you know, then that's fine and that's like your deadline to wait. But if you're not really sure and you're kind of just like, okay, whenever it happens, it happens, I think you just kind of know. I feel like growing up, I would always anticipate like, when's it gonna happen? Who's it gonna be? What am I gonna do? Blah, blah, blah. But you really can't like, you know, think about it in advance. It's just gonna happen at some point. You're just gonna know when you know. You know, when you know, you know. That's what's gonna happen. It could be super unexpected. It could be somebody you never thought that you would do that with. It could be somebody you don't even like. It could be somebody that you've been dating for a long time and you finally kiss them and you're like, oh my God, it finally happened. It can be so many different things. Trust your gut and probably kiss somebody who you actually like and who cares about you. It's not as deep as maybe like, you know, losing your virginity, but it still is, you know, an important moment in people's life. It is a story that you tell to people. You know, not everybody has to, I don't know, just do it when you feel right, okay? That's all that matters. Okay, a really big question I got, like the biggest question I got was definitely, how do you know what to do? Do you instantly know what to do? Or like, should we kind of know something about how to do it? Did you know how to kiss, or was it like by instinct on how you kissed? If someone puts their tongue in your mouth, what do you do? Like what? Okay guys, let's just take a seat. Let's have a chat for a second. You know, one-on-one. Serious conversation right here. Number one, your first kiss is probably not gonna be anything special. You're probably not gonna know anything about what is happening. It's probably gonna feel really weird. That's just a fact because it's a sensation you've never experienced before. So when you kiss someone for the first time, it's like, what is happening? My first kiss was somebody who was, you know, a ladies' man. So he had kissed a lot of people before, so he wasn't weird about it at all. But I literally didn't know what was going on, and it was very weird at first. So definitely don't go into it with expectations that it's gonna be some like crazy amazing thing. I'd say my only advice is just to not go ham. Like, it's about, you know, two people interacting, you know? It's not just you kissing a wall, and it's not them kissing a wall. Like, you need to be able to feel it out, literally feel it out with your mouth, like to figure out what's going on and to know what you should be doing if you're going too hard, if you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? It just, not that you're gonna make out with somebody. Well, you might make out with somebody first kiss. Some people's first kisses make out. It just depends. If whenever you get to that point where you're actually for real kissing somebody and it's not just like you have to figure out what to do intuitively. It's not like some technique thing. It's about listening to what other people want. It also is about practice, definitely. So, you know, if you want to practice with each other, you can do that too. My point is, if you're kissing somebody and you're doing something and it's too much, they're probably going to show some signs of that, whether it's like not touching you or like leaning away, or like, you know, maybe they even make a noise like, oh, wow, you got to listen to what you're doing to another person. You can't just like go for it. So yeah, definitely just approach it with a less is more mindset, in my opinion. You can also just kind of, a safe bet is just to mimic what they're doing, you know, mimic their energy level, because if one person is like, and then the other person's like, it doesn't really work. Like, it has to be the same in order for the magic to happen. It can't be one person's doing this, one person's doing something else. You know what I mean? Was it gross? That was a question specifically about my first kiss. I thought it was gross at first because feeling another person's wet mouth is kind of disgusting at first. And it's also kind of disgusting in general when you think about it. Probably depends on how you feel about it. I bet some people don't think it's gross at all, but it definitely is a weird sensation. It kind of feels like putting your mouth on like a slug almost, like a wet slug. That's kind of what it feels like. Could be gross. Can you taste each other's breath? I'm terrified of getting caught with bad breath. That's a great question. You can't taste it. I don't know why you'd be in this situation in your first kiss, but like if you just wake up in the morning and you kiss somebody, yeah, you can kind of taste their dirty ass mouth. It's kind of disgusting. But if you're kissing somebody, you know, in the middle of the day, they've already brushed their teeth, you probably can't taste their mouth unless they just like ate something gross. But like if your breath smells bad, you can definitely smell it. So yeah, keep being terrified of bad breath. You know, keep those mints. I don't know if those help you. Actually, I feel like those might make it worse. Brush your teeth. You know, the healthier you eat, the better your breath's gonna smell. I had a lot of breath problems for a long time. I think I kind of just got it under control. And I think honestly, my eating is what fixed it. Regardless, yes, you can definitely tell if somebody's breath smells bad. So brush your teeth. How to be less nervous. I would say just take the pressure off of yourself. It's definitely built up as a big moment in life. And it is, you know, kind of big. Honestly, when I had my first kiss, I was kind of like, okay, that's happened, cool. And like, I definitely ended up like breaking up with the guy. Well, he broke up with me like a week after, and I was really heartbroken. And I was like, oh, he was my first kiss, whatever. And now that it's been 5 years, like it really doesn't matter to me who my first kiss was, because there's been like, you know, lots of other people after that. So it doesn't really matter as much to me anymore. It definitely matters a lot in the moment, but in the long run, it's not that big of a deal. Just like, you know, try and kiss somebody who you trust and who you like, and any experience can be good as long as the person you're kissing is nice to you and cares for you. Just don't stress about it too much. And also, your like actual first kiss story doesn't really have to live on as your first kiss. Like, I don't even think about mine. Like I said, you just think about your first kiss story with the person you're with. Like me, I'm married now. I just kind of think about my first kiss with my husband. It was so great. Such a great story, such a great time. Maybe I'll talk about that instead of my actual first kiss. Even if it's not great, even if you regret your first kiss, I guarantee you in a few years, it's not gonna matter to you. And when you meet somebody who you're with for a long time or who you marry or whatever, it's not gonna matter at all. So don't stress about it. This is something I always wanted to know about, and I didn't really understand until like a year after I had my first kiss, and that is about using your tongue. Using this. What do you do? Why do people do that? Is it even good? And also, how do you do that? How do you deploy this? I would say, unless you are literally like passionately making out with somebody, using your tongue is not necessary most of the time. Every now and then you can use it. You can just, you know, stick it in there a little bit. Not like this, just like this. If they don't like it, if they're not responsive to it, put it back in and don't take it back out. Don't do it then, okay? My point is never just jam your tongue in somebody's mouth. It can happen sometimes. Nobody ever really wants that. And luckily I was kissing somebody who's very experienced and also somebody who was very nice to me, helping me through it. So like, I was like, what do I do? Like, is this weird? Is this what I do? And I was like being really honest about it and it was fun. So if you can have that experience, that'd be great. If not, just be careful. So now I'm gonna tell my story, my first kiss story. It's quick, okay? I'm not gonna go on for hours about it. I was 15 and I liked this boy and he had a girlfriend, okay? And I liked him for like 8 months before he finally broke up with his girlfriend. And oh, happy day for me. I was so happy. And so we kind of like instantly started like dating, not officially. And I know that's not a great thing to do because he just broke up with his girlfriend, but you know what? I was a dum-dum, okay? So anyway, one night we were at church because we went to church together. It was my birthday the next day. I was gonna have all my friends over the night before to like, you know, do cake and presents or whatever with everybody. I asked my mom if he could drive me home from church instead of, you know, one of my siblings driving me home. So I got the okay on that. So I drove home with him and it was super cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. We got to my house and we parked at the top of my house, like at the top of it was basically my house was on a hill. Like the driveway was a big ass hill. So we parked at the very top. So you couldn't really see us from the house. So we were just kind of sitting there. And then I was really, really nervous because I had never kissed anybody and I was obsessed with this boy and he had kissed tons of girls and I knew that. And I was obsessed with him and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the boy who I'm gonna have my first kiss with. I knew it. Then we were just sitting in the car and then at some point, I don't even remember. I feel like it was some really dramatic thing in my brain and I said something and I was like, oh my God, but I don't remember what I said. Oh, this is like 5 years ago. Hold on. Oh, I remember. We were sitting there and we were just staring at each other and we had been talking about, you know, him kissing me as my first kiss for a really long time. By a really long time, I mean like, you know, a couple weeks. And I think he looked at me and he said, I'm gonna kiss you now. And then he kissed me. And it sounds really, you know, straightforward. I'm gonna kiss you now. But it was really, really intense for me as a 15-year-old. I was like, wow, this man knows what he wants. So then he kissed me and it was super weird at first. I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was just like one kiss. It was just like, okay, we're done. Obviously, because I didn't know what I was doing. And then we got out of the car to have cake and presents or whatever for my birthday. And I remember on the walk down the driveway, we kissed like 50 times. I remember that. I hope nobody saw us. It all happened very quickly with that boy. Because like I said, he kissed a lot of girls before, okay? He was experienced. So it was all very like, okay, what's going on? Oh, okay. All right, I get it now. Very quickly. That's my fun little story. It was a good time. Like I said, the boy and I ended up breaking up like a week later. He like told me he didn't want to talk to me anymore because he wasn't over his ex-girlfriend. But like I said, guys, it ended up not being that big of a deal because as you can see, now I'm here trying to tell you the story and I can't even remember all the details. So clearly it wasn't that big of a deal. So yeah, be back in a minute. Hey guys, it's been a few hours. I filmed the video and I was gonna add this extra segment of the video and then I decided not to add it. So that's why there's a bit of a delay, you know, a jump in the lighting and everything. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that my advice was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you like my videos, please hit subscribe. It really helps me. And also if you wanna follow me on Instagram, I post on there all the time so you can keep up with me in my vlogs and also in my Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.